On this episode, Scott gets the end correct, but he forgot how to start the show, so it starts a little rough.
Hey, I'm still figuring this out, but I think I have it now. And guess what? It only took 3 episodes.
3 is a magic number. I don't remember how much that song goes. But I heard that this week you're having a better than normal weekend.
Well, you do realize that the new normal is not very good, so the bar really isn't set all that high. But it was a good new weekend.
Okay, then we'll talk about stuff. I guess what we can talk about this week.
The normal stuff, like food, yachts, cars.
Yeah. Oh, and then we could talk about what we don't know.
And of course, we could always talk about what we do know.
Yep. TV shows that are not going to be with us next season.
Sad.
We're live. We are live. We're live. We're live on Twitch.
Yes,
welcome
we're not
to
zombies.
SCE4 Fun Guy live on Twitch. Later to be rebroadcast on YouTube. It's the Don't Know Show. So let's start our opening. Welcome to the Don't Know Show featuring What Happened to the World Today. I'm Steve.
And I'm Scott. And this is a tale of how bad life decisions led to a YouTube show, podcast, and live stream on Twitch.
Yay. So comment, and we will be looking like this to see, till I get my monitor over here. Or over
now,
here.
Theoretically, I'm not going to be looking up.
I got to put a monitor
much.
over there or a monitor over there. It's over there. I'm like a scarecrow. My arms over there. My legs are over there.
Which way did he go? We went that way.
Oh, I got to stop my green screen. There we go. And restart my green screen. All righty. I realize there's somebody's arm in that picture.
It's not my arm.
That's weird. Okay.
Yes, it is.
I think I have one without somebody's arm in it, but maybe I don't. Maybe I do. Maybe I don't.
Because we don't know.
So can you tell I'm jacked up on caffeine today? And I'm not jacked up on caffeine today. I don't know what it is. I don't get jacked up on caffeine.
Because we're coming up on Memorial Day weekend. Actually, this show on YouTube will come out on Memorial Day weekend.
Yes, it will. Woo-woo! Very exciting. Yay. So first thing we like to talk about is our pictures, our images that are behind us. So I will start.
Good idea.
I took this picture last year.
I remember this picture.
Tours 2020. Because football season's starting up again.
I heard that.
Yeah. And people are going to be able to go to games this year.
Also heard that.
So I don't know how many.
As a matter of fact, I have my first Brewers game this year already booked.
That's awesome. Yeah. Live sports are coming back. Remember, if you are fully vaccinated, the CDC says you don't have to wear your mask. A fully vaccinated person is a person who's had their last shot. And it's been at least 14 days since that shot to be fully vaccinated. And then you are just, like they said, follow the science.
Yes.
Saturday Night Live was great because it's their end of the season.
Yeah.
They're talking about all the things that went on. And one of the things they said, remember when they said, if you could hold your breath for more than 10 seconds, you didn't have COVID? 80's going, I was holding my breath a lot this year.
There you go.
But no, because it's a lung thing, right? And it made sense. I remember that though. I do remember that.
Yes.
And I actually remember holding my breath to make sure that I could still breathe. You gonna go for 10?
10 seconds yet?
No, not even that. You're like, hold your breath. Don't throw. Not yet. Still 3, 2, 1. Now you can go. Yeah. I think you were breathing though.
No,
I don't think because you were talking and you have to.
So it was exhaling, not breathing in.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. So, yes. So I just thought that'd be appropriate for football starting back up, that we have the Las Vegas Raiders here.
Now, here's what's real. Oh, well, I'll tell you about that later.
But there's more to come. So, right. So apparently, even though it's raining and flooding in the streets behind you there, you apparently had a good weekend, a great weekend.
Well, this is actually an older picture,
weekend.
but we'll talk about that also.
You're not supposed to talk till I give you the line. And what is the line?
What
better than average weekend.
Oh, okay.
I actually wrote it out. You told me, say, all right, I want you to cue me. So for those of you who don't know, on the Twitch show, we have a subject board. And the subject board is literally single lines and bullet points that we sometimes follow and sometimes don't.
Sometimes I feel like a nut.
Yeah, most of the time we don't. And it's where it screws Scott up. But if Scott follows it, if Scott were to follow the show board, he would realize that he's not supposed to talk until I say, you had a better than average weekend. Now watch it, or I'll say the last words and then it would screw up your whole story.
I did have a better than average weekend. I had my first wedding in over 18 months as a DJ.
That's awesome. That is awesome. What notice did I just get? I just got a notice that cryptocurrency is just in the toilet right now.
Yes, I heard that too. All my friends in the game were going, "Oh crap, I got to sell this stuff." I said, "No, it's just like
buy more.
It goes back up. You buy more.
Buy more. Everything's on sale right now."
Exactly.
And the good news is
it's 25% off
on 2 of my cryptos. I bought low enough to where it's still up, but it's not up as much. And then 2 of my cryptos are one of them is half, and one of them is like 70% value.
Yeah, just don't panic.
Well, it's a 10-year investment. It's a 10-year investment, and I'm buying ones that are. There's such a thing as blue chip cryptos, like the ones that have platforms.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So, but yeah, the whole thing tanked. It was all going really well till Elon Musk was on Saturday Night Live.
I know. Is that a coincidence?
And then after that, but the stock market's down too, though.
Yeah.
I think people are starting to go out into the world and realize that people want more money and people aren't going to be working and stuff like that. So it's scary.
Which is where this goes even more interesting, because not only was my weekend starting on Friday with my first wedding in 18 months, with a bunch of people not having to wear a mask anymore because everybody was fully vaccinated, including ourselves. I was able to perform live while I was there. I asked permission to sing a song or two, and so did my assistant, Paul. And we entertained them, and they loved it. And then on Saturday, I had a bachelor party, which I took out. And these guys were like, first time out for them, too. And I won't tell you what happened because it was
because of attorney-client privilege.
Yeah, the guys had a little trouble by the end of the night with the amount of alcohol they drank.
As long as they don't puke on your truck and give up
No, but I'll tell you, we were a little late getting back because they were in the parking lot making sure that they didn't puke on the bus.
That's right. Because
that's where I'm going with that.
Anybody who's been on a bus where somebody puked is not a pleasant ride home.
That is correct. And then, of course, today, the first time the Mexican restaurant that we used to go to all the time, which is Hernandez Mexican Restaurant, reopened on the weekends at 11 a.m. They were not opening until noon. And because Susie gets up so early in the morning, 3:15 in the morning, right, she has to eat dinner between 5 and 5:30. So you can't eat lunch at 1. You just can't.
No, can't do it. You're right.
So they reopened at 11 o'clock. We were the first ones there. Because I know the owner personally, I've known him for a long time. We started chatting a little bit, and I asked him if he's going to reopen on the weekdays, for lunch, because we used to come for the Chamber of Commerce luncheon meetings there once a month, and it was great. And he said, no, he cannot get help, which we know. Everybody's talking about this. You cannot get people to work. It's just freaky.
No, nobody's coming back to work. Well, Biden signed a thing, political, but it goes through September.
Right.
I've heard certain governors are starting to cut it off, though. They're like, no, we're done. We're cutting it off.
Well, the other thing that they're working on doing, from what I understand, is making it, you get a bonus if you go back to work, you still get the money.
Yeah, but these companies can't afford this. That's the problem.
Right.
You know where that's going to get passed down to?
Oh, the consumer.
The consumer. So any gains you're going to make, this is Steve on the soapbox time, any gains you're going to make with your pay is just going to.
Correct. It goes up in inflation. That's exactly what happens.
It's just sad.
We talked about this a long time ago, back in the day when, every 6 months I would get a 10-cent an hour raise. And then at the end of the year, I got 20 cents up, right? But the minimum wage went up. Now, did they give me my 40 cents over the minimum wage? No, I got to stay at the minimum wage, which meant the new employees got the same money as I got. And that just pissed me off because I earned it.
You bust your butt, you earn it, you go up, and then everybody else comes in and does that. A lot of states are going up $1 each year for the next 4 or 5 years.
But while I was at the restaurant talking to him about
how many dollar menu things can you get at McDonald's if somebody's behind the counter is making $20 an hour?
That is correct. So, but he said, because I cannot get any help, he bought and built a taco truck, food service, food truck, taco truck.
Yeah.
Okay. Because when we walked in the door, they have been having people there that early. The chef was a little bit behind on getting stuff prepped.
Sure.
So he told me about the tacos, and he said he brought two out. He brought a chicken taco and a steak taco, but he called them fajita tacos. Okay.
Nice.
Because they really look like fajitas. Not everything you get in fajita, but they look like.
Right.
Let's face it.
That's what you want to do. You want to do a fajita burrito.
So, but basically he said, I wanted a taco, but I didn't want just regular tacos because everybody has regular tacos. I wanted something a little better. So he blended these two items together. It was a taco and a fajita mixed in together with a little bit of the specialty cheese sauce that he made. Oh my God. I'm not a taco guy. I do like fajitas. I really do, but I don't get them very often because one, they're kind of expensive. And two, the places where I go to get them, they don't caramelize the vegetables the way I like it.
Right. Yeah. Okay? I like the onions.
Peppers
you
and the
cook
onions.
Them. You're burning the onions. No, they're just getting good right now.
Exactly. Perfect. Because this was a combination of a taco and a fajita, it had green peppers in them, slightly caramelized, just barely, onion and the cheese sauce and the meat. None of the other stuff that comes with fajita. But talk about delicious. I have never had a taco that good in my life.
And he's going to do that. He's going to do that on his food truck.
He's starting this in 3 weeks in front of the Ace Hardware in Delavan. So any of you who are watching who are from the local area, I kid you not. Once he starts this, if you're within an hour, make the drive. They're that good.
Well, okay. So does he have ribeye meat?
We've never discussed that.
Okay. Because if he does, I would like you to ask him to try my sandwich as a special. It could be a secret menu item or whatever, but they make tortas, right?
Right.
But you do it on a hoagie bun, and it's the nacho steak sandwich. So instead of using so instead of using cheese whiz, you caramelize the onions, which he already has with the fajita.
Right.
You caramelize onions, you do the ribeye, and you put the nacho cheese on it. Right? For nachos, right? The nacho
I would never eat it.
Your nacho cheesesteak.
I hate nacho cheese.
Your nacho steak sandwich.
I want real shredded cheddar cheese on my stuff.
So you wouldn't like a Philly cheesesteak then either?
I remember back in the day when we used to go to that Philly cheesesteak place in Rolling Meadows. And I talked him into putting Swiss cheese on it instead, and that made all the difference.
Well, if his cheese sauce is that good, he could do that.
Yep.
It's still got the name.
And it's not nacho cheese. It's his,
But it's nacho cheese. It's nacho steak sandwich.
Yeah, nacho steak sandwich. I get it.
Nacho steak sandwich.
Well, take a steak sandwich and put nachos in it.
Yeah, I don't know if you want crunch. Yeah, I've done that.
Why not? They put the crispy onion straws in them. And I love those.
So fajita tacos. That was the end of your better than average weekend.
Yes. And then of course here at the end of Sunday, we're live on Twitch. So my better than average weekend is still going great.
It is going great. Life is good. All right. I was thinking, and I was searching for subjects.
Okay.
And one thing they came up with is boats.
Right. It is spring, and the boats are out on the water.
But you know that, like during this pandemic, celebrities been hiding out on their boats?
Well, sure.
Well, I mean, it makes sense, right?
Yeah.
But I never even thought about that. So that boat right there,
That's just a canoe.
That's the Pirates of the Caribbean. That's pretty cool. That's Johnny Depp's.
There you go.
Yeah, look at the canoe. There's your,
I don't think that's a canoe. I think that's a submersible.
Right? Look at this one. Paul Allen, the octopus. He's got a freaking helicopter.
A helicopter, yeah. Wait, what's on the front? Oh, no, that's something else.
Another helicopter.
Yeah.
It's 2 helicopters.
I don't know if that's a helicopter. I think that's something else.
No, there's 2 helicopters on that thing. There's a helicopter on the back and a helicopter on the front. I'm telling you.
What's the word they say? All it takes is money?
Yeah. Well, I mean, his fortune through Pirates. I didn't know Tiger Woods had a boat. Look at that.
Yeah.
You never hear about him on that boat.
Nope.
That's crazy. How about Steve Jobs? What a crazy looking boat that is.
Now, I'll be honest with you. I kind of like it.
That is, I mean, if you're in Seattle, you want to have a boat like that, but.
Well, yeah, it needs to be enclosed because it's always freaking raining.
Well,
look, they took a picture with no rain.
Well, here's the other thing too. This boat wasn't finished before Steve Jobs died.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah. But it was inspired by the Apple Store. I think that's a glass bow.
Yeah, kind of looks like it.
Crazy. Look at this one. I don't know who Sir Philip Green is.
Well, I'm assuming he's a Brit.
Arcadia. I don't know Arcadia. It's a retail giant, but I don't know it. Does anybody on Stream Chat know who Arcadia is? Steven Spielberg's got the 7 Seas. Look at the boat. Look at the pool on the back of that.
Oh, sure. You got to have a pool.
And then Bono's got a boat.
That kind of cool looking too.
Yeah. Look at the amount of decks on that thing.
It's perfect.
I mean, all of these. That way 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 decks above deck. Then you got a 5th deck back here, which is above deck.
Sure. That way, if there's somebody that you were forced to invite that you really don't want on your boat, but you had no choice.
Look at that thing. Got the helicopter pad in the front, but look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4 decks. Then you got the front deck. You got the back deck. And then you got the swim deck. I mean, that's crazy. Eric Clapton has a boat. That's cool.
It's simplistic, but yeah, I like it.
Nicole Kidman has a little boat.
Now this one's more my style.
Yeah. Sure.
Ooh, wait a minute. I like the color of this.
Right? Isn't that cool? He's a fashion designer.
Now, wait a second. Here's what's really interesting. Look how many boats are in a row that are all yachts.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Holy cow.
Look at the boat on this one. I mean, the slide. Look at that.
Yep. Inflatable slide. That's kind of cool. That way you can feed the sharks.
Giorgio Armani. Nice boat.
And it looks like it's been designed by him.
Sean P. Diddy Combs. So many people I didn't think about boat. Like Branson. I didn't expect to see him as a catamaran kind of guy.
Well, why not?
That's crazy. Saddam Hussein even has his own boat.
That would make sense.
Yep. But I think that's enough of these. But look at this one. 1, 2, 3. I love the ones with the decks above decks.
Right.
This looks like a submarine, doesn't it?
It does.
Another Russian billionaire. Calvin Klein. Modest little boat. Still huge. Oh, look at this one.
Now that is really cool.
A floating garage. You pull it into the boat.
That's a James Bond boat right there.
That's cool. That's a cool boat. So there you go. There's the yachts of celebrities.
Yahtzee.
Celebrity yachting. So enjoy your summer this year. And I wonder if they have those. So they have VRBO, right? And Airbnb.
Right.
And they have Turo where you can rent cars. And I saw advertisings for people who have RVs. You can now rent the RVs.
Right. Which is something that we're thinking about doing.
I wonder if you can rent
take a trip out to Las Vegas.
Renting an RV on the RV renting thing or renting an RV from an RV place?
Either way, it depends.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Whichever one seems more logical.
But that's pretty cool. But yeah, you can rent a boat that way. I mean, we can rent boats from the marinas, but I wonder if you could
certain
rent
ones,
a private boat. That would be very cool.
And I found out you could actually rent a yacht. You just have to have a really lot of money.
Well, that's the nice thing about the Turo, where you rent the cars. Excuse me. That you can rent like Maseratis and it's not that expensive. It's not,
right.
But they're pretty cool.
Well, compared to owning one, you're right. It's not that expensive.
Yeah. You can get Teslas and stuff like that. But
I might have to rent one of those Tesla electric SUVs.
Well, if you can get any cars are coming harder and harder to come by. Car prices are going up because the supply has been cut in half.
Yes.
So we talked about all the new plants that are going in Illinois. But the Illinois Jeep factory, boom, that's it.
Jeep.
They're gonna cut like 1,600 jobs by the end of July in Belvedere.
Which is really weird. And people were buying cars like crazy, but with the car part shortage, they're having trouble.
The semiconductors again. The semiconductors are just killing it. There are no semiconductors. So
and it's not my fault because I don't know how to make a semiconductor.
Well, you just kind of get in his way while he's conducting. Then he's only semi-conducting.
Okay. Smart ass.
I have no idea. That's not even funny. But, that's cool. And then, okay, so then I'm driving around looking at cars on the road, right?
All right.
So I saw this vehicle. And Land Rover, I want to know, what the hell are you trying to make? I mean, all right, here it is. The Defender looks cool, right? Look at the pictures.
Right.
Looks cool. Looks great. Looks great. All right. Wait. It was there. I want to explore the exterior. Where is it? Here you go. 360 of exterior. Look at this thing. Look cooler in the pictures. Now it doesn't look as cool.
Right.
So this thing pulled up and I'm pulling, and it pulls past me, and I'm like, it looks okay here, but now it starts looking anywhere near as cool as the one. Look at it from the rear, and the thing is narrow.
Yep.
The thing is very narrow. So okay, and then it gets even weirder. All right, click to interact. So the interior is kind of cool, yeah. Okay, right? But then, all right, where is it? Three new. I mean, these pictures look way cooler than it really is, folks. It's a very narrow vehicle, but check this out: the Defender's V8. It's got a V8 in this thing. It's got 518 horsepower. 0 to 60 at 4.9 seconds. This thing
tops out at 149 miles an hour.
But it's what it. I don't know what it is. The Land Rover, make up your mind. Well, like I said, when it pulled past me and I saw that. And it looks narrower when you're behind it. There's nothing there to reference that. It looks taller and narrower than that.
I would say it would make a really good plow vehicle.
Well, with that kind of power.
Yep. That power and that maneuverability being tiny. Yep.
Yeah. And you could do sidewalks with it.
Of course, I have a feeling they start somewhere around 60K.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's a Land Rover.
Yeah.
But what are they trying to build? I don't know what they're trying to build.
A toy for rich people.
But, dude, I'm telling you, if you get a chance to see one, go look and look how narrow this thing looks. Like, all the pictures make it look really cool, but it's narrow and it's upright and it looks taller.
Considering we're coming into summer in the Lake Geneva area, I'm sure we'll be seeing them.
It looks taller than wide. It's just weird. And then it's got a V8 in it. And I'm like, what? Yeah.
Yeah, because you need all that power,
I'm just like, what? So
maybe it's bulletproof, so it's really heavy and it needed a V8.
It's just very, very weird. All right. So I didn't know about this. Did you know that Waymo has a self-driving car that's a taxi that you can ride in?
I did not.
That has no human in it.
Okay.
There's no human driver. You get it. So this guy, JJ Ricks, is filming every one of his rides.
Okay.
And he's posting them on YouTube. So JJ Ricks, this is ride number 54. And he just posts them. So this is kind of funny. I was watching videos going, this is just funny. So here, listen to this.
All right, hello and welcome back. And we are going. It is currently 4:15, or sorry, 2:15. I can read. Yes. Doing that for my own spreadsheet. Oh. Ooh. Ooh. Interesting.
It stopped because it didn't know where that person was going to go.
I keep a spreadsheet of all my rides, and multi-stop trips make it more complicated to keep track of the times when a ride starts and stops.
So this guy has 253,000 views since May 12th. This is a 35-minute ride.
Today, yeah. Most definitely.
People will watch this guy's car drive in a place where he's not even going over watching our show.
Left turn, right turn.
The thing that's really freaking me out is how slow it is. This thing makes turns and stuff.
There's lots of interesting turns coming up.
Look how far back it
see what we
stops
get.
from the end.
Ooh.
Why does he keep panicking?
Because it kind of hit the curb.
Right into that.
Oh.
Yeah.
And then it turned out and got into the left lane. Now that's a big plexiglass screen that he's looking through. He cannot get to the controls.
I mean, it's not uncomfortable. I'm just glad it's being aggressive. But still, it's like, whew.
He's glad it's being aggressive.
It's like a little bit unexpected on the acceleration there.
Right? It made the turn. It says, I'm going.
There you go.
I don't know. Keep it how it is.
So there is a reason why I got this one, because you can see this self-driving fumbles and construction zone.
Right.
So trying to find where's the construction zone at?
Instead of turning right, will not cut or shorten any part of the video leading up to the disengagement, but in order to not waste your time, I have provided timestamps in the description so you can skip through the events as you please. Enjoy.
So it's coming up to make a turn.
While driving fully autonomously through an extended work zone, the Waymo driver detected an unusual situation and requested the attention of a remote fleet response specialist to provide additional information. During that interaction, the fleet response team provided incorrect guidance, which made it challenging for the Waymo driver to resume its intended route and required Waymo's roadside assistance team to complete the trip. While the situation was not ideal, the Waymo driver operated the vehicle safely until roadside assistance arrived. Throughout, Waymo's team was in touch with the rider, who provided thoughtful and helpful feedback that allows us to continue learning and improving the Waymo driver. Our team has already assessed the event and improved our operational process.
So there are cones on the road to the right. If you look down in the bottom, you can see them on the screen. So it's out there looking for more information.
What is the planner still wants to go in this lane? Can I zoom? Oh, I can't zoom out. Oh, did they finally block off the buttons when there's a turn?
Look, there's a car came up behind him. This thing ain't gonna turn because they can't figure out what to do.
Back and took that. Oh, I don't think it's gonna take this turn. I don't think it's gonna take this turn. We might be stuck.
Which means the car behind him is gonna be hitting the horn.
Right. So see him? There's the honk.
Yeah.
He's like, wave and go. I can't do anything. So the car's already called for help. The car itself is called for the team to come out and help it. Right. You can see the cones on the left-hand side and everything. But it's just sitting there in the middle of the intersection waiting.
Oh no.
There it is. Roadside assistant team.
Oh, wow.
6 minutes away.
Seated with the car.
Okay.
All right.
Now they're talking to him. Yeah, we got it under control. We're good.
I'm just gonna move my.
Let's see if I can get our team to.
So now it turned the corner, and now it's just sitting behind the cones.
It's no longer stranded. Now it's blocking. Okay.
Well, at least it stopped blocking the road.
No. But it can't figure out what to do with the cones because it doesn't know what lane is really blocked.
Well, this is interesting.
So you see the turn it made around the cones and it's behind.
Yes.
Wait, arrival in 1 minute. What does it think the destination is?
It's pretty funny.
So it's just traffic cones. They got stuck.
Per vehicle. They are going to be in the area.
I'm trying
Very
to see when people start interacting with it. It's pretty funny. But no, it just went back to the beginning. So, but yeah, so you guys can look that up. But this guy's recorded all of his rides and he just posts them.
Oh, you heard about the guy in Wisconsin here, right?
What about him?
Well, the police were following this car that appeared to have a driver asleep. And they followed him with the lights and sirens on for over 2 miles before the guy woke up and pulled the car over.
Oh, no way.
He was on autopilot and slept, and the car drove itself.
Wow.
So he got a ticket for inattentive driving.
Yeah, because you're not allowed to do that yet.
Correct.
I'm
Apparently, he's been doing it since he bought the car. He bought that car so he could sleep on the way to work.
But the autopilot's supposed to shut off if you don't fight the steering wheel every now and then.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. I suppose they made some kind of modification and that was not legal, but he did it.
So I thought before we took our break at the half, we'd do a little bit of things you don't know.
Okay.
So you don't know this. I want you to guess. Who invented the Phillips Head Screwdriver?
John P. Phillip.
Okay. Very close. Henry F. Phillips.
Okay.
So it's named after him. That's why it's the Phillips Head Screwdriver.
Correct.
Because it's got the plus instead of the negative, which has got more teeth to help grab and it prevents it from slipping out. Cool.
Sort of.
All right. Paper money, right? Paper money. What is paper money really made out of?
Cotton.
And?
Other fibers, but there's probably
75% cotton and 25% linen.
Linen.
That's the red and the blue that you
Right.
see in there. That's the cotton and the linen. The $5 bill has the shortest lifespan of only 16 months, while the $100 bill has the longest lifespan, estimating an average of 89 months.
That makes sense.
How cool is that? Speaking of money,
honestly, I would have thought the single would have been the fastest to burn through because that's what the guys last night were using.
Right. You would think that, but apparently not. Pennies used to be made 100% copper. And when they were made 100% copper, they were the size of a $50.
Right.
Can't afford that anymore because in the war of 1812,
copper prices shot up to the roof.
The penny was even temporarily discontinuation of circulation due to a shortage of copper in the War of 1812. In 1943, copper was needed for weapon manufacturing, so zinc-coated steel formula was used instead to make pennies named Steelies, and the pennies very quickly rusted and were often confused with dimes. In 2018, as of 2018, they're primarily made of zinc and only contain about 2.5% copper. What do you think the average cost to mint a penny is?
I would have to say is probably a little closer to a nickel.
And no, I mean, close, but $1.82. No,
seriously,
I'm sorry.
For one penny?
It costs 1.82 cents. Sorry,
okay.
not a dollar.
That would have been ridiculous. They would have literally just
stopped doing it. No, but it's almost 2 cents for every penny. So it's
Right.
1.82 cents to create one penny.
Which is why they keep trying to discontinue pennies, but it keeps failing.
Yeah, well, they just put all the taxes and everything in. So let's see. Penny for your thoughts. Tomatoes. Did you know that tomatoes are native to the Americas? There's no such thing as tomato sauce in Italy till the 16th century. Until they found America and brought the tomatoes back to Italy, Italy didn't have tomato sauce. Did you know that?
That's not why.
Why?
They thought tomatoes were poisonous back in Europe.
But they didn't have them in Europe. They were native to the Americas. They didn't have tomatoes in Europe.
I find it hard to believe because everything I've read is that tomatoes were considered poisonous, and that's why they threw tomatoes.
16th century.
Yeah.
16th century. Look
Okay.
it up. Don't know show.
I don't know.
Pez candy. You know why Pez candy was invented?
because they needed something to put in those little plastic head things.
Yes, because the little plastic head things were like lighters. Pez candies were to help people quit smoking. That's why they were invented.
Cool.
Now, here's one at the Don't Know show I don't understand and find it hard to believe. Cheese is the most shoplifted food in the world. Shoplifted food.
Okay.
Cheese.
I don't understand that either. It's not like it's not readily available everywhere.
Cheese is expensive, though.
Well, good cheese is.
No, even bad cheese is expensive. So I guess you just slip the packs in,
Okay.
Slide them in.
And then they start getting warm and squishy.
Yeah, well, you don't steal the smelly cheese. Always cut the cheese.
That's correct.
But with that, we should move on to something more positive.
We should?
Yes.
What would you suggest?
I suggest that you get Fun Guy the Entertainer out here.
Okay. I know him pretty well.
And have Fun Guy the Entertainer do our genuine positivity message for this week.
All right. Taking a different road to a location you travel to frequently is a chance to bring something new and wonderful into your life.
Signed, The Road Less Traveled.
we part of this great weekend, we went to the cemetery where Susie's family is, the ones who are no longer with us, of course. And we decided to take a different route home. And the first thing we noticed is there were a lot of changes. And we're like, wow, look all this new stuff they put in here. And, cool. So it made me cheerful again. So it made a good positivity message.
Good. So did you know that March 8th was International Women's Day?
I did not.
So I found this article and I thought it was weird because of the fact that then International Women's Day, Hershey's, get it?
Zero sugar.
I thought I can eat that, right? Her, right? And she, right? Did an International Women's Celebration.
Okay, it makes sense to me now.
So they gave out Celebrate She milk chocolate.
Right.
I have to eat these. I can't just let them go to waste.
So just out of curiosity, when you look at that wrapper, you still have the wrapper, right?
Oh, I just happen to have one that's still wrapped.
What are the ingredients?
Contains milk, soy, manufactured on the same equipment that processes peanuts. This is special dark. I'm going to have to eat this one too because I touched it. That's how it works, right?
Just milk and soy?
What it says. Contains milk and soy.
Yeah. That's what it says. Interesting.
So now they made me touch a third one.
There's obviously more to it than
Stop
that.
making me touch these.
Because milk and soy does not make chocolate flavor without chocolate.
Stop making me touch these.
Okay.
I've had to eat 3 of them now.
Steve, do not touch anymore until later.
But I have this one.
Well, you have to save that for after the show. Because you need to celebrate after the show.
Not happen. But the cool part is that they gave these out at their Hershey stores. We have a Hershey store here in Las Vegas.
Ooh, how cool is that?
Had I had known this, I would have went there and got some. I don't know if it's for you. You know what?
What?
I got chocolate in my microphone.
Uh-oh.
I got microphone in my chocolate.
That reminds me, speaking of Las Vegas and things that are in Las Vegas, you brought up the Raiders, right?
I did. That was the beginning of the show. Thank you for following along on our show.
There you go. Also, while we were eating at our Mexican restaurant place, the people that sat next to us were Raiders fans.
Las Vegas Raider fans or Oakland Raider fans?
Las Vegas Raiders fans.
Very nice.
Because they were talking about it, and I'm like, that's so cool. Because what are the odds of me eating lunch in Delavan, Wisconsin, with people who are fans of the Las Vegas group when I'm going to be on you with Las Vegas tonight? I thought that was pretty good.
You tell them to watch the show and you give them a shout out?
Yes, I did.
And are you here? Are you on the show, people who are watching?
I don't think so. I think they were going to be on the road tonight.
Go to the chat and put something in the chat so we know you're here.
Yay.
No. So there's another chocolate company called Nestle's.
Nestle. They don't have an S on it anymore.
Nestle. Was it?
They took the S off over a decade ago. It just irritates me. The song used to go, Nestles, Nestle's makes the very best chocolate. Well, they took the S off.
Wow.
Now it's just the Nestle company.
That's crazy.
I know something you didn't know.
Well, don't know show. So Smarties. What
I
are
like
Smarties?
Them. What are they?
Yeah.
They're those
are
little
M&Ms?
No, they're kind of like sweet tarts, only they're half the size, and they come in little itty bitty rolls.
Do they have a candy? And
a bazillion people get them and give them away for Halloween.
Do they have a
They come in a 2-inch.
Do they have a hard candy plastic over top of them?
No.
Hard candy plastic.
No.
A hard candy covering?
It's like the original sweet tarts, literally, only they're not tart. They're just sweet. They're just confection sugar.
I have no idea.
Well, look it up.
I'm just. So they did something that I didn't know they were the first person to do.
Okay.
They created a paper package for their candy.
Okay.
Hello, everybody. I am Arturo. I'm
Hi,
factory
Arturo.
manager here in our chocolate factory in Hamburg. We are producing here in Hamburg more than 20,000 tons a year of Smarties. That means more than 20 billion pieces
That's a hard
of Smarties.
candy on it.
Those aren't the Smarties like we have here.
It's on top of the agenda of Nestle. But it matches as well perfectly to the brand of Smarties because we are creating
Nestle
a
Smarties are
colorful
like
world
M&Ms.
for our children.
Yeah.
We already did some steps in order to have all the flavors coming from nature, and we're doing the next step, changing our packaging material, everything into paper. This is of course part of the Nestle commitment for packaging until 2025 in order to change our packaging material.
Everything going to paper. What is this? So they went to paper. So now I'm going to look up Smarties.
I already got it here.
You're not
Check
sure the
that
screen?
out. Is it working?
It is working. Yes, those Smarties.
Those are what I know as Smarties.
But those are not Nestle Smarties. Those are by the Smarties Candy Company.
Therefore, exactly.
So that's weird. Very weird.
Weird.
Yeah, and that's actually by the Smarties Candy Company. So kind of weird, but I did not realize that they're the first ones to make a paper package to get the plastic out. Is that weird to you? Did I lose you?
No, I had accidentally started a second screen that started talking.
So we've talked about money. That's cotton in that. And we talked about paper.
Yes.
So we should weave that all together for our next story.
So we're going to talk about wicker chairs.
Exactly. Because Toyota is creating a city called Woven City.
Really?
Yes. And Woven City is very interesting. Woven City is going to be a city that Enos and Toyota have agreed new partnership explore utilization and the application of hydrogen energy. The whole city is going to be hydrogen energy.
Okay. They've been talking about that for like 6 decades. And they haven't had any luck with it. What the heck?
Do you know what hydrogen energy is?
Well, it's manufactured from, if I recall correctly, water.
Yeah. So that's the byproduct. Oh man, I got chocolate on my shirt, man.
Well, you could always lick it off later.
Nah.
It's like people who have beards and mustaches. They have snack food for later.
I just did my laundry. But this is a big deal. This is
if they are actually getting
spend some big money
to work, yeah.
So I just found this. I found this, one of the things on it, and they hired a reporter from the Tokyo Times. Okay. This guy quit his job at the Tokyo Times to be the news reporter on the Toyota times.
Okay.
They are going to chronologue this. Chronologue? What's the word I'm looking for? You don't know, show.
I think you're right.
But they're going to talk about this. So I saw this. Now, obviously, you have to read the subtitles and stuff like that, but this is pretty funny. Ready?
トヨタイムズ新人記者の森田京之介です。今日はウーブンシティ建設のための地鎮祭があるということで、ここ静岡県の東富士に取材にやってきました。私は去年局アナを辞めてこのトヨタに転職しました。これからはトヨタイムズの記者として。
So, seems like a serious thing, right?
Yes.
Introducing it, talking about, leaving his job at the Times. I'm going to work hard reporting at the Tokyo Times, so stay tuned.
でガンガン取材していきます。よろしくお願いします。いかがでしょう。
編集点が今だとないな。よろしくお願いしますって自分でこうズームだな。
そうか、これズームがないからご自身でズームしてるわけですね。
はい、もう一回。
これからガンガン取材をしていきます。よろしくお願いします。
いや、それだと切られてます。よろしくお願いしますこれで。
よろしくお願いします。
いや、だからもっとよろしくお願いします。
失礼します。
はい。
はじめまして。
はじめまして。トヨタイムズ編集長。
That's funny. Hey, Scott. So when we end the show, it's like, and we're done. No, the camera doesn't zoom. And we're done.
All right.
That's pretty funny.
It works for me.
But yeah, I mean, so I'm going to be watching these guys. I mean, they talk, back and forth. This is March 17th. This is the Toyota Times. And that was their announcement. So let's see how many episodes they have. They have Jury President Explains what their push choice, President of the Car of the Year award winner, Rookie of the Year Racing, penetration test of a hydrogen tank. They got quite a few.
Yeah. That's the other thing that they were worried about was the combustibility of hydrogen.
Well, okay. It was introduced to us with a thing called the hydrogen bomb.
Yes.
So, okay.
So it's good that they're being cautious.
Yes.
I wish Aaron was watching the show tonight. He would have been. Aaron, he's one of my game friends. He's really, really, really smart, and this is his kind of stuff.
Was he one of the names that was up there before that we were like, who's that? And he goes, I don't know, but it might be one of my guys that play.
No. The problem is this is a bad time of day for him. He's involved in something else.
Got it. So, speaking of bad time of the day and bad news for everybody, guess what came out? The list of TV shows that are canceled, renewed, and ordered so far.
Okay. It's been out for a while, and they just keep modifying it.
Right. This is the latest update. Ready?
Yes.
Okay. NBC Renewed the Blacklist. I didn't know that show was still going. I mean, I knew it was still going, but wow.
Right.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine. 8th and final season. But yeah, Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I didn't know they had a season last season. Did you?
No.
Okay. Chicago Fire, Chicago Med, Chicago PD. So Chicago's been renewed. So that Mr. Mayor, I don't watch that show. That's a Ted Danson one. New Amsterdam renewed for a 5th season. This Is Us, 6th and final season. Young Rock canceled. I knew this. Superstore. Connecting. I don't know that show. Does anybody know that show?
I don't know it either.
No, I don't know that show. Shows that they're still waiting on is Debris, Good Girls Manifest, and Zoe's Extraordinary Playlist. Okay, whatever.
I like Debris.
Okay. Now,
they
ABC.
They did on CBS. They did cancel NCIS New Orleans.
I haven't gotten there yet, but thank you for jumping
you were
ahead.
On CBS.
No, I'm on ABC. That was NBC.
Oh, you said CBS.
I said NBC.
Okay.
That was NBC. If you had the article up, you'd know what order I'm going in.
I don't do that because it's more fun when I don't
You're
know.
You're going to do CBS. You're going to do CBS. Canceling. American Housewife canceled. Call Your Mother for Life. Oh, Call Your Mother for Life. Mixed Dish. I'm surprised Mixed Dish is getting canceled. Stumptown. Yeah, had a feeling that was going to get canceled. But Fox canceling Bless the Hearts, Filthy Rich, Last Man Standing. Last Man Standing, they did a great job on their last episode. They broke the fourth wall, and just like they did when they came back or when they switched networks. They talked about, who would switch networks, who would cancel the show. They did the same thing with this last show.
Okay.
So if you watch Last Man Standing, it's kind of fun to see all the kind of hinting that, it's over. Oh, we'll do it again or stuff like that. But here's the one that's breaking my heart. Prodigal Son canceled. Prodigal Son. You watch that at all?
No.
No? Okay.
I watch very little TV.
Okay. CBS. What got canceled?
What got canceled?
Yeah.
Canceled.
CBS.
All Rise.
Right.
MacGyver, which was one of our favorite shows.
Right.
Mom. NCIS.
Mom.
Mom.
Because
Alice
what's her name is gone? Because Christy, I can't remember the actress's name, but yeah, that sucks.
Yeah.
So Mom's canceled. That's another bummer.
NCIS New Orleans, which was a surprise because that show was very popular.
And the Unicorn, I couldn't get past that. That was the good-looking single dad that was available for women to date.
Yes.
Like, okay. But newly ordered series. CSI Vegas. Wasn't CSI just CSI? Just
correct.
Vegas? Just CSI?
Yeah.
So what's CSI Vegas?
They're probably going to just put new people in it.
Okay. And then NCIS Hawaii.
Yep.
I thought we already had Hawaii 5-0.
No, they're gone.
Right. So now we got NCIS Hawaii.
Correct. I figured it this way. They had all the studio stuff and all the prep, all the people in Hawaii ready to go. They just put them to work on another show.
Yeah, it's another cop show. So
yep.
Kind of weird. The series gets its first new installment. This was canceled in 2016. So.
And there's nothing on the CW that we watch.
Same people.
Oh, yes, there is. And it's renewed. What? Excellent.
What?
Susie was curious about the new Kung Fu. She liked it. We both liked it.
Kung Fu.
So I can tell her that it has been renewed. She'll be happy.
There you go. She'll be happy. But the canceled series are Black Lightning, Bulletproof, Burden of Truth, Pandora, Supergirl. I guess Supergirl's getting too old. Now she's Superwoman. So they canceled it. Bummers.
I always thought it'd be fun if Supergirl was like 12. That would have been so much more fun.
So there it is. Those are the shows that are canceled or not canceled. Kind of a bummer.
I agree.
I can't believe Bob Hartside of Shola is still a show.
I think his name's Billy. Isn't his real name?
Something like that.
He's actually
Billy Cordell.
Yeah, he's
a comedian.
He's funny.
Yeah, he's a funny dude. But this show isn't. I forgot what show he was in before this.
Mike and Molly.
Yeah, he was good in that.
Yeah,
but Bob Hartside of Shola is just weird. But Young Sheldon's still going. Renewed for seasons 5, 6, and 7. They ain't messing around with that.
No.
They gave it 3 years. I like that.
Well, the thing is, because of the Big Bang Theory, they alluded to so many things about him as a kid. They have this huge amount of material to work with.
Right. And the actor Parsons, who does the voiceover and was Sheldon in the main series, is one of the producers. So, he's got money to put behind this.
That's correct.
But the show's making money, so
it is.
So
they have no problems there. Good crew.
No problems there. But yeah, so I'm glad that those are kept going. Oh, Evil. I saw the beginning of Evil first season, and I thought it was an okay show. I was waiting for it to pick up. Apparently, it's got a season 2, but it's going to move to Paramount. So I don't know what's going on there. Kind of weird.
Yeah, and Clarice is also on hold.
Yeah. And the Simpsons. Simpsons got 2 seasons. They're coming back.
This is something I don't understand. And I realize it's obviously generational because, our parents used to say, I don't know why you watch that crap, But these shows like Big Sky and Clarice and Evil and stuff, they're so freaking dark. I don't understand what the popularity is.
Have you lived through this last year? People are like, that's real life.
Well, I don't know. I when I watch a show, I want to be challenged and entertained. I don't want to be sweating.
I want to be entertained and I want to escape. And I go to live entertainment or shows or watch TV to get my brain to shut off. I need my brain to shut off for a little while. Please allow me to shut my brain up. Please don't make me think. Please don't teach me a lesson. Life teaches me lessons. I don't need to be taught anymore.
You know, the last time my wife taught me a lesson, my butt was sore for a week.
So.
Damn spanking paddle.
Sure.
Yeah. We know. All right. So enough of poor, sad TV shows that are no longer.
Yep.
Oh my goodness. Does that mean we're at the end of our show? We only got one last thing?
One last thing is our word of the week. And you found this word of the week. And I would like you to know that I found this word of the week. And this word of the week is a font. And there it is. See that?
Keyboard plaque.
I don't understand why this is a word of the week, but it doesn't look anything special. It just kind of looks blocky.
No.
You know?
Which is really kind of interesting because as a font, it doesn't mean much. However, as a phrase, it means a lot. It means the crud buildup between the keys on your keyboard. Now, because of the fact that I have cats, and because of the fact that there are times where I snack at the keyboard, shall we say?
Yes.
Stuff falls between the keys. And of course, if you try to get it out while the computer's running, which on my case, the computer runs all but 2.5 hours, 7 days a week. It's
so
very
you just turn it upside down, you shake it, you bang it.
I did that once and everything went crazy in my games.
No, well, that means it's not a good keyboard. You know what the ultimate solution is, right?
Buy a new keyboard.
Well, no. This is from the Intel newsroom. Okay.
Ooh, Intel.
How to clean the gunk off your PC keyboard. These are 6 tips to clean that keyboard. And 6 things you should never do to your PC keyboard. Okay. Here is the ultimate answer. Number 1.
Okay.
Don't get your keyboard dirty in the first place. Well, there you go. It's solved.
Yeah, it solves it right there. Yep, I agree.
Thank you very much. There you go. Okay. Tap the crumbs loose, but don't shake your laptop. Get some air. Do a little air. Try a dust vac to clean the keyboard. For caked on grime, use screen wipes. Use cotton swabs for the keys. But here's some don'ts. Don't try to remove the keys from the keyboard to wash them by hand. Some machines have keys that are designed to be removed for cleaning, but most do not.
Correct.
Ready for this?
Sure.
This is my favorite one. Don't put your standalone keyboard in the dishwasher.
I actually know somebody who did that.
Hey, technicians swear by this method. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Don't put your laptop in the dishwasher or washing machine. Don't put the whole laptop in there. Don't.
I'm sure somebody has done that also.
Don't try to dry off a wet keyboard in the clothes dryer or oven.
Okay, now I don't understand that. They both fairly dry heat.
Tumble, 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 tumble. And then the oven will just melt it. So no.
You do realize some dryers have dryer racks in them.
And here's one. This is what you definitely don't try to clean the keyboard using steel wool. Hopefully you know where all the letters are.
Yeah.
Because after you use the steel wool, they won't be
not there no more.
Yep. Don't use lime and calcium removers.
Ooh, CLR works great on that.
They'll be painting the letters back on. And then don't forget to turn your computer off before attempting to clean.
Yes. Which is my biggest problem. Although I got in the habit up until recently when I've been starting to get too busy to do it. every Wednesday, the game reboots for about 2.5 hours. And that's when I reboot all my computers to, get their updates and all that kind of good stuff. Okay. And I vacuum my keyboards and stuff. The problem is that's only once a week. And as a result, with it's mostly the cats. But my laptop up in the office is always open. And my keys are crystal clear clean because I do not eat up here. And there's no cats. I have a rabbit, but the rabbit's on the floor. The rabbit never gets on my computer.
Well, like I said, you had the best answer. Buy a new keyboard.
Yes.
That's the best way to clean it.
It is.
So that's all I have. Do you have anything else? Anything else you'd like to talk about this week? Any stories you'd like to make up?
Ooh, I'm good at making up stories.
This is the part of the show where Scott almost remembered how to start the show this week. Now we're getting close to the point of where Scott has to remember how to turn the show off. Will he just shut off the Twitch he's watching? Will he actually go to Zoom and stop the streaming from happening with the little drop down? Or
I have a great
will we have the after show? People are liking the after show, kind of like Marvel Comics.
Well, yes, that's true. I love those.
But you have nothing else.
No, actually, I'm good. I think it's time.
All right, then I want to say thank you for watching. And if you feel our show is not a bad life decision.
What?
That's been our closing for 384 shows. Your line is next.
I have a line after that? Are you serious? Did
you really forget?
Well, because you're the one that actually says the bad life decision. And if you feel the show is not a bad life decision, then please like, subscribe, and watch our other videos and channels, which you did not say.
Right.
And then
go to whathappened.world.
Right. And we both point. But this is all you.
I was letting you do it.
I don't know that part because you do it.
Oh.
So I see this. Wait a minute. We need to take this.
But I didn't say live every day and we'll see you on the next show.
But then at that point, I say be genuine, positive, live and love life and have a good one.
Yeah. But I thought you would do so maybe the next show, I will put up all of the subjects and I will hide all the links. And we'll do a Scott Makes Up the Stories show.
Can we do it my way this time?
Which is what?
Where I actually make up stories that really are not even close to reality.
Well, okay, there's two things to do. You have to make up the story, but then we actually have to tell the real story.
Well, you have to tell the real story because I won't know what the real story is.
Okay, we'll do that. But that's what we're supposed to do. But the problem is, after you make up the story, I say, okay, now what do you think the real story is? Then you don't open up the link. And you stick with your imaginary story.
Yes. Well, usually my imaginary stories are a lot more interesting.
Okay. If you say so.
But I say so.
Go down there to whathappened.world. And that's where you can interact with us. Go find Fun Guy the Entertainer Cooks for you. Have you done any more cooking shows?
No.
Okay. So you're going to do one a year now?
No, I'm going to do them again. It's just because
the timing
went from zero to swamped. I'm going apeshit crazy. I just don't have time.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But we're getting there.
And I'm going to start going to shows again. The Virgin Hotel is opened up, and they have a show that is available, but I don't know how long it's going to be there, how long it's going to be available, which I might want to go I might want to go she. But with that, I want you to live every day. I want you to be positive and test negative. And we'll see you on the next show.
Be genuinely positive, live and love life, and have a good one.
Be crazy, and just